Hello everyone, this is MJ. You are at my channel called Reading This Life. My channel is where we talk fiction, friends, and fun. Today, let's do a BookTube Real Talk. Should you be reading 100 books or more a year? Let's talk about it. Welcome if you are brand new, and welcome back if you are a longtime subscriber. It's wonderful to have you here. So I was on lunch and I was scrolling through BookTube videos, and I caught is Suey's Book Banter, and her channel is really great. So be sure to check it out if you haven't done so already. But she had a discussion topic up, and I saw it, and I messaged her. I actually left her a comment, and I said, I'm going to participate. I want to chime in on this one. So, this isn't a response video to her video. I'm just putting my 2 cents in. And I'm telling you, I got a knee-jerk reaction when I first started watching this video based on the material. So we'll get into it. So Suey's video starts off with a tweet that she saw on Twitter. Don't know who the author is. I really don't care. But the tweet said, I wrote it down, quote, whenever I hear people bragging about reading 100 books a year or whatever, I just think you are so obviously posturing as intellectual for vanity purposes and not reading enough things that are challenging for you or engaging with them deeply. That's a lot packed in that sentence. And also, just saying, it's a bit of a run-on sentence. I would get out my red pen and edit that a little bit. Okay, so let me calm down. So when I saw Suey's video, and then I went back and I came back and opened up my drafts, and I started making notes while I was watching her video. So the reason why I'm saying this is that this is going to be my second year on BookTube is coming up the end of this month. Halloween night was the first official BookTube video that I posted. And I am literally 2 books away from 2 or 3 from hitting 100. That's the best I've ever read in my entire life. And I'm sorry, but I'm not posturing for anyone. I'm fucking proud of myself. That's what I am. So, I'm calming down. Okay. Regarding whoever's statement that posturing to be an intellectual, I was an intellectual first before I got on BookTube. I have 2 bachelor's degrees and 1 master's degree. So, drop the mic on that, okay? That backs up that statement. Okay. Then the statement goes into saying you're not reading enough things that are challenging for you or engaging with them deeply. So reading is fun. And guess what? Your girl likes trashy books, okay? I like reading trash fiction. I like reading horror. I like reading, once in a while, a romance. I'm not opposed to reading a sexy book. Reading is fun. It's so much fun. The bottom line is that if you go back and look at all of my books in Goodreads, and go ahead, feel free, whatever, you're going to see a freaking variety, because that's the type of reader I am. I like reading different things. I do like challenging myself once in a while, but more often than not, I want to be entertained. I don't watch a lot of television. Okay, I admit, I will watch Southern Charm. That's coming on tonight in a little bit. I love that show. I love that city. I will die on that hill watching it. I will also watch Expedition Bigfoot because I love a good cryptid show, okay? So there are some shows that I will watch, but I'm not glued to the TV. Reading is my entertainment. I strive to make sure that I read every single day. It's that important. If I don't read every single day when I go to sleep, It's almost as if like I forgot to brush my teeth. It's that feeling of missed opportunity. And I think back and I'm like, wow, I probably could have fit 5 pages in there, you know? I can count on my hands and toes how many days I missed of reading this year. That's it. I fit it in wherever I can. I am child free by choice, okay? I don't have children I'm running after, so I have the luxury of time. I also have a full-time job, okay? So commutes are huge for audiobooks for me. There are ways, there are lives, there are booktubers and bookish people that, yes, read over 100 books a year, and they are not posturing as anything. They are not bragging about anything, okay? I'm giving myself a goddamn pat on the back. That's what I'm doing. Because I've never been so ahead of Goodreads in all my life. I set a target every year. Okay, I know some people don't like to do targets. Some people do. For me, it's a guide. And I know where I'm landing at any certain time in the year. I read 20 books in January. Mind you, like, I read a couple of really thin ones, but the thin ones were really powerful. Like, we're talking, oh God, The Fire Next Time. By William Baldwin, okay? Like, that's a really powerful book, and it's like that big. So a lot of smaller books filled the gap for me, but still important and powerful, okay? Tiny books can pack a punch. Do not dismiss tiny books. We went through this once before. All right. Having a number motivates my reading. It keeps me on track. It makes me want to reach that goal. And then when I reach that goal and exceed that goal, that translates into other sections of your life. Do you know that? So if you set a goal to run a 5K and you train every day for it and you hit the 5K, all of a sudden you're like, well, maybe now I want to run, a 10K. And then after that, maybe I want to run a half marathon. After that, maybe I want to run, a full marathon. It translates into other sections of our lives. It translates into other areas of our hobby, okay? I'm not saying I'm going to read War and Peace next year, but I freaking read Lonesome Dove this summer, all right? If I can motivate, if I can influence or inspire one person to pick up a book for fear that they are missing out, then good job on me. Reading is trendy, economical. Hello, libraries. Hello, free books. Calorie free, and it should be considered a basic fundamental right. Do not book shame anyone. I celebrate if someone never read a book before, okay? The best is when new subscribers land on my channel and they say, I saw your video. I really want to get back into reading. I read 2 books last year. I'm going to read 5 books this year. Fucking awesome. That's amazing. I'm going to give you a high five for that, okay? We should all be celebrating each other's successes and not looking down on anyone, okay? There's enough of that crap in the world. Always celebrate other people's successes. That's what it comes down to. There shouldn't be comparison. There shouldn't be any of this poo-pooing, okay? Read what you want to read, enjoy the experience, and keep your trap shut. I read for pleasure. The beneficial side effect is gaining knowledge, learning new things, being exposed to new perspectives through reading about different lives, different characters, and their experiences, okay? I've never read, before BookTube, I really never read any LGBTQIA books before. I've read a few, and they're fun. There are so many good books out there that I would have never been exposed to, okay? All right, yeah, I talked about that. Having a number motivates my reading. Approaching that number or surpassing that number reminds me that I can reach goals that I set for myself. It's really important. All right, I have like 9 bullet points, so we're getting there. It's not a brag when people talk that they've read over 100 books or they read X number of books. It's not a brag. It will more than likely be replicated. And so what, really? Let's be proud of our accomplishments and not turn down our noses to anyone. We should celebrate all readers, whether it be one book or 1,000 books. It's all reading, and that is what's important. And that is awesome. Let's stop the comparison and taking the wind out of people's sails. If you can't celebrate another person's reading accomplishment, like, come on. Come on. Ooh, gosh. My fluff books count. My list is varied. Another beautiful thing of being a reader. I love fluffy books. Don't you love fluffy books? What's a fluffy book? Fluffy book is like a choose your own adventure book. It's like a no-brainer book. It's like candy for your brain. I started the year out reading 20 books a month. Most were smaller. There were so many short books that are hugely impactful and meaningful. The page count should never matter. Being a book nerd is a glorious thing. Celebrate it and celebrate us. It's okay to be weird and nerdy, okay? I'm the kid in high school that, I never really got asked out. Like, I was the girl in art school that read during study hall and went to work on paintings. Like, I was the kid that goes in between all of the different groups, I wasn't with the jocks, I wasn't with the cheerleaders, I wasn't with the nerds, I kind of floated all around. I guess I would be like an art school kid, and there really wasn't a niche for us to fit in. We just kind of all stuck out, listening to the Smiths and wearing black. I also dedicate time to reading. So when people say, oh, I don't have time to read, how could you read 100 books? Like, no. I dedicate time to reading. So when I wake up in the morning, depending on what time I wake up in the morning, I am reading. This time now is usually a good time for me to read, but I'm talking to you all, which is great too. Okay, I forgot a thing. So where was when that person said, obviously posturing as intellectual for vanity purposes and not reading enough things that are challenging for you or are engaging with them deeply. I have one book for that. For me, House of Leaves, done. You want me to get challenged? Challenge me to read that book again. Okay, so I think that's it. If I look at all of my Goodreads, let's do that too. All right, let's go to my Goodreads. I'm reading Dracula now. I'm going to be finishing Dracula tonight in like a half hour. I read The Devil Rides Out. That was published in 1933. That is an occult detective book, and it talks about Satanism. Okay? Then I read Perks of Being a Wallflower, Dune, American Psycho, The Howling, Homicide Department by Ed McBain, Yellowface by R.F. Kuang, 1984, Stella Maris and the Passenger, True Grit, The Lottery, Psycho, Whalefall, Check Out 19, The Name of the Rose by Umberto Eco, Transmuted, Crash by J.G. Ballard, Trout Fishing in America, Richard Brodigan, Breakfast at Tiffany's, Truman Capote, Spare, Prince Harry, Legends and Lattes, Du Moi, Anon Please, The Four Winds by Kristen Hanna, Elvira, Mouse. I think that's it. Mouse was last year. Sorry, I'm bleeding into last year. But you get the drift, is that I'm reading a lot of different things. Am I reading what's on the Booker? Not really. But because that doesn't interest me, okay? Read what you love. Read what interests you. That's what it's all about. So, Suey, great job with that video. If I'm just hyper about this, it's because I love books so much. And I hate when people, they start... I don't know what the intention of that conversation was or what the intention of that tweet was, but it seemed like a backhanded slap, so, I'm just here talking about it. So if anyone wants to chime in on this, feel free. I'm just saying my piece. Like I said, we need to celebrate each other. We need to stop comparing and lift each other up and just support each other. And if you can't do that, then unfollow me. Okay? Unsubscribe. All right. I love you all. That's it here for me, everyone. I'm done rambling. I'm going to go watch Southern Charm now. So I hope you're all doing well. Make sure that you are taking care of yourself so you can take care of others. And I will see you in my next video, whether that be sooner or later. So until next time, everyone, goodbye for now.